Hi everyone, welcome to another week's video. Today I'm bringing you the very exciting part 2 to my swatching of deep light watercolors. I have been kindly sent a bunch of new colors by Deep Light because I became one of their new ambassadors, which I'm very happy for. And last week I shared with you part 1 where I was showing I was swatching all the warm colors and the neutral tones. And as promised, today I'm bringing you the beautiful greens, blues and purples, and I'm super excited to swatch those because greens and blues are my favorite colors. By the way, I'm gonna leave a card here for part 1 if you haven't watched that yet. And as I mentioned in my previous video, they sent me a good few colors, but I also have some I had previously purchased from them, so I'm swatching all of them together. By the end of the video I'm sharing also a close-up, but before I start, as usual, I'd like to thank everyone that has been supporting me here. I really appreciate all of the support you gave me so far, and I'm looking forward to keep going, bringing you more and more interesting stuff about art supplies, watercolors, tutorials, you name it, what you would like to see, and I'll do my best to bring here. If you're watching this video and have subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It really helps. You know how it works here on YouTube, and don't forget to give me that thumbs up at the end of the video or right now if you'd like, if you enjoy the content. I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna zoom in now and I'm gonna start swatching. I will start with my very favorite Masha's green. This was the one that started them all. It was the first color I saw and I knew I needed to get. It's a very bright green. Sometimes it can come across as yellow on screen, but believe me, this is a type of chartreuse lime green. Sorry, I had to pause my recording because for some reason the focus was just going a bit wacky, so hope you managed to see this gorgeous color at least for some of my swatching. If not, I'm showing it here now. This is Masha's green, lovely bright green, and one of my favorite colors. And now we have a new green that I was sent by Deep Light on this batch of new colors. It's called Green Woodpecker, and looks like a very nice bright green as well. Kind of spring green, and I can also see it has those yellow speckles like in the previous swatch session where I swatched partridge. My swatches this time are huge. I think I'm getting carried away because I really love greens. Next one is a color I already owned called Solstice Fern. Deep Light has very beautiful greens and blues, but the greens caught my eye in particular when I first checked their catalog. I mean, many of them are warm, and I love warm greens. In these types of lime, olivey kind of green. It's a very natural looking one, and they look gorgeous together as well. Now I have another new green that's called forest green. Pardon the noise outside, there's some ambulance going. It's very dark, natural looking green also. Very, very beautiful. You can see this for paintings of pine trees, for example, or even eucalyptus. When diluted, it reminds me a bit of eucalyptus leaves. I'm really enjoying them. I hope you are as well. Now we have meadow green. It's another type of olive green, a bit more opaque. But I'll dilute it. There's beautiful texture in this forest green as well. I can see as it's drying. Now we have another color. I don't know if I'll call this a green or a type of ochre or mustard color. This was one I purchased previously. It's called bent grass. It's like an ochre, but I decided to include here with the greens because I don't know, maybe it was the name, grass. I thought it looked nice together with this warm green, the meadow green. I'm really enjoying this swatching. And now we have river. This was my most used color. You can see here, there's a big gap on it. I did a painting where I used a lot of this color for foreground and water. I also used Masha's green. And yeah, it's a very beautiful color. It's type of dark teal green, very deep and jewel tone like. This is one of my favorite type of colors, this type of teals. Look how lovely it looks beside the greens. I don't know if you can feel, but I'm super excited swatching these colors. Cannot believe I have all of these beautiful colors to paint with. I have 15% discount coupon code I can give you for any purchase you do at Deep Deep Light. You can use Colored Carol. I'm gonna put on the screen and in the description below. And look at this granulation, this texture. Really reminds me of deep waters, kind of tempest on the ocean kind of color. Now I have a new one that I'm very curious to try, called Prickly Pear. It's supposed to be color separating as well. And so far it looks like a very dark green, but I'm curious about how it will look when I dilute it. really nice moody green. But I think that if I encourage a bit more, there's some more color separation, type of pinkish tones. We'll see how it dries. Looks gorgeous already. Cedar teal, that I think is also supposed to be color separating. We'll see. Gonna add some extra water here. So now we are done with the first row, and I'm going into the second one with a new color that was actually curated or created, I should say, by Lily from @LilyMoon, that I mentioned in the previous video. She created a palette called Eleni's Garden, and this color was created specifically for that palette, so I was very curious to try as well. Looks like it's a beautiful type of turquoise, and it's called Water Lily. Very nice, subtle, but has a lovely texture as well. Very nice light color. And now I have a pastel one called Mint, and I was interested because, like I mentioned in the previous video, sometimes pastel colors can be a bit too bright and candy shop type of colors. But Deep Light has some contemporary ones, like this Mint here. It's not in your face, it's a kind of toned down color that can work very well with other granulating or darker colors. I have another one that I had purchased previously now. It's called Dragonfly, also a type of turquoise. Very, very beautiful. If you have been following me for a while on the channel, you probably heard before turquoise, teal, and bright greens are my weak point. Every time I have to test colors from brands, these are the first type of tones that catch my eye, and this is really beautiful together with this. Look how many beautiful type of turquoise tones. I'm a happy camper. Next one is called Deep Blue. This is also a color I had purchased previously. It has a very gorgeous texture. If you don't know which blue to buy from Deep Light, I highly recommend Deep Blue. It's a single pigment color, and it has a very, very nice texture. You will see when it dries. Next one is a new color to me. It's called Mineral Blue. Looks like another type of greenish blue, a bit more muted. Looks like it has some texture as well. I'm gonna just add some more at the top. Next one is also new. It's called Indigo from France, because they have different indigo paints with provenient from different places, and I don't know, I got interested in the French version. Very beautiful dark blue. This would be great to paint night scenes. Really, really gorgeous indigo. I know I'm repeating myself, saying that all the colors look amazing, but they really do. Now we have lapis lazuli. I'm not sure if that's how I pronounce is the correct one, but I'm going with it anyways. It's called lapis lazuli from Baikal. They also have different versions of lapis lazuli in their website. It's a very subtle color. It also has a slightly different texture. It has a texture a bit more creamy, I would say. It reminds me a bit of the texture of Green Earth. Very interesting. Now I have another color that I believe is color separating, and it's a very interesting one because the pan looks dark gray and the water I added on the top looks pink, which is fun. So I'm very curious to how it looks. It's called Ruta's Dream. Let's see. I don't know why I put this color beside the blues. Some of them are hard to know how they will look like once they're on paper. That's why it's always handy to swatch your colors. This is very, very rich, very dark. I'm trying to dilute here so you can see. Oh, that's very magical color. As I dilute it, I see some pink coming through. It looks like a very, very dark green, but as I dilute it, I can see the pink. I hope it's showing on camera, but surely it will show once it's dry. These are very interesting colors. Now we are getting into the purples. No, sorry, I have another blue to swatch before that. I have French ultramarine. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Very vibrant. What to say about French ultramarine? You can do so much with it. So many gorgeous mixes, greens and purples. And it's a very common granulating color, but this is a gorgeous one. So now we filled in the second row and we are getting to the third and last one. And we have ultramarine violet, which is new to me, and I love ultramarine violet. so I'm curious to see how it will look, this one. This is very, very vibrant and super granulating. I can already see here. Oh wow, I'm so happy. This color is gorgeous. The granulation. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Really, really nice. The next one I have to swatch is called Lavender. It looks like a very vibrant purple, and yes, indeed, it's also opaque, but I'll dilute it to see how it looks. It looks really nice as well. Oh, lovely. It has some pink undertones, it looks like. I'm gonna add a bit more water. I was not sure before if I was going to have this tool, because if I'm not mistaken, there is ultramarine violet in lavender, and I thought maybe they were similar, but they are definitely not. This is more transparent and darker, and this is more pastel type of color, but it's beautiful and diluted. Now I have another one new to me called Bilberry. Very curious about this one as well. Wow, it's beautiful. I love type of grayish purples. It's really, really beautiful. Very unique, I would say. Don't remember seeing other custom mixes like this from other brands. Really, really quite something, this color. I'm very impressed. I'm gonna add some more water. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I'm in love with this color. Really, it's beautiful. Next one is called Bramble. Oh, it also looks very beautiful, this one. This is a more of aubergine type of color. Really unique as well, and this has some color separation. I can already see some pink coming through here. I hope it will show when it's dry, so you can see in the close-ups. But this, yeah, definitely color separating. It's like a mix between blue and pink, and really, really nice color. Then we have Forget Me Not, which is a blue. Very nice semi-opaque blue. Really lovely when diluted as well. Has a little bit of texture, very delicate. I believe this is the name of a flower, and I can see some very light pink undertones as well. I'm really digging this look right now. All of them are so gorgeous. I knew I would get hyper excited when I swatched these colors. And now we have a last one. It's called Flax. This is another pastel color, and it's also very nice. It's a type of grayish blue. Really nice. Their pastel colors are surprising me now. I had only tried the cherry blossom before I got these new colors, but I have to say this blue, the mint, I really love them more than the pinks, I would say. Maybe it's because I'm not a pink, pastel pink type of person. I don't use it a lot, but this blue is really gorgeous. It makes my heart sing to see all of these beautiful colors and know I have all of them to use for paintings. I hope that you are able to try some of them whenever makes your heart sing as well, because they're really beautiful. Now I have 5 samples here that I'm going to swatch. I'll start with Lapis Lazuli Afghan. I'm gonna swatch it over here. Quite different from the one above. But very beautiful as well. Didn't know they could be so different. I'm glad they sent me the sample. Now we have Starry Night, which I believe was a color that was created for one of Natasha Newton's palette. She's also a Deep Light ambassador, and I need to dilute it a bit better, I think, to show. This one is supposed to have some metallic particles. It's a very dark gray. But I believe that it will show better once it's dry. Now I want to make a bigger swatch for Lapis Lazuli here, because I think it's too small compared to the other one. Here we go. Then we have another color called Blueberry, and I had some trouble figuring out which of the two I wanted to try, because they have this bilberry and they have blueberry, and I went with bilberry, but now I'm curious to see how blueberry looks like. It's a nice one as well, another type of grayish blue. I really appreciate when sellers include samples, because sometimes it's hard to understand if you like or not a color just by looking at it on screen. Color is such a personal thing, and we all see colors in different ways, and then you add the different screens and resolutions, so sometimes it's hard to figure out what colors really look like. I'm gonna add a bit of water here because it's very opaque. I want to show a bit better. Then we have another pastel color, I believe it's called Fly. I was considering taking these, and there's another one called Bat that I was also considering. This one has some dark speckles. Reminds me a bit of Silver Tough, the tone, but it has some dark, kind of navy blue speckles. Very unique. I love texturing watercolors. You probably know this by now. And this is full of texture. Very, very beautiful. And last but not least, we have Juniper, which I believe is a green. Yes, it's a gorgeous green, bit like river. It's very similar to river actually. We'll see when it dries. It's a bit more bluish. River is a bit more on the green side. Here we have all of these gorgeous swatches, which I'll let dry, and then I will come with the close-up, and I might add some speed painting midway here. I'll see you soon. So I'm back, all the swatches are dried, and now I'll bring you the close-up. Now, what do I think? I'm absolutely in love with these colors. They are really, really gorgeous. I'm even happier than I was with the previous swatch session. As I expected, I would be very excited about all of these beautiful colors because I love, love, love greens and blues. And these don't disappoint. Masha's green, a very favorite since the beginning. Woodpecker green, very pretty as well, very beautiful, a bit different from Masha's green, which is great. All of them are different from each other. Then, I mean, what can I say? Solstice Fern is great, is nice. I love the forest green. It has this really nice granulation. I used in one of the fish I painted. And what can I say? All of them are really beautiful. Love River. Prickly Pear has a very interesting color separation. It doesn't show as much here, but in one of the fish I painted, you could clearly see these pink undertones. So as I was saying, in this fish in particular, I painted using the green forest and also prickly pear, and you can see all of the multitude of tones you can get with only one color, which is amazing. It's really beautiful tone. Then we have cedar teal, which also has some different colors coming up. I'm sure if I was using it in bigger swatch or more diluted, I would see more, like it happened with prickly pear. Love all of these turquoise tones. The mint is really nice. It's not too flat, and I really enjoyed painting with this mint color. Very interesting one. Mineral blues also has nice granulation. The Balkai or Baikal has a slightly different texture from the other paints. It also dried with a bit of a sheen, but I like this type of toned down grayish blue. It reminds me a bit of Lapis Ashes from Waltz and Simmer. Here we have Ruta's Dream that also has some incredible color separation over here, as you can see. French ultramarine, beautiful, vibrant, nice ultramarine violet. And the lavender also is really nice. You have this pink undertone and then the pop of bright purple on top. Love bilberry. Is it bilberry? Yes, bilberry. Very unique type of muted purple. Bramble is also really nice. Love flax, another pastel color that is not the usual pastel tone that we see, and all the samples also were very nice. I like particularly Fly, and the Juniper is quite similar to River. It's just slightly bluer. What can I say? All of them are really, really beautiful, and I'm so happy to have the opportunity to use these paints, and I will be using them, and I'll make sure to share with you. And if you want to follow me on Instagram as well, is there where I've been sharing my photographs of my paintings. I also have recently joined Cara. If you are there, make sure to check me out there too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these beautiful swatches from Deep Light, and please let me know on the comment section what do you think, if you have a favorite, if you tried one of these colors already, or if you're thinking of trying. I love reading your comments, and I see you soon. Bye.